Hello to all of you beautiful people and beautiful souls. Peace on earth and love and light to you. This is Gabrielle. I am Gabrielle.Ether and welcome to my channel. Y'all, I want to say I have a bit of a rant, but I really don't know how this, what I have to say is going to go. Because I guess today in general has been like a really trying day, and so yeah, I look a mess, but I had to come on to tell you guys this before I forgot what I was saying. And it's cold. It's really cold in here. My son, like, he keeps it really cold, and in a little while I'm gonna cut on the heat, but anyway, so I wanted to tell you guys, like, this is really a message to all light workers and whoever comes across this video, because so many of us don't even really know that we are light workers. And it's kind of the purpose of this video. I guess today I had a kind of trying day when it came to finances, and like I was able to manifest some things, and like the universe really came through for me today. I get on the phone with my mother, who is a Christian. I know there are Christians who don't believe exactly like her, but when it comes to what she believes in, she thinks what I do is of the devil, and she has told me that plenty of times. She thinks my crystals are of the devil. Like, I'm glad that I moved out now, yay! In my own apartment, well, in an apartment, and where it's just me and my children who stay here. I don't like to say it's really mine because I'm renting it. It's how I feel. It's just how I feel. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna grow more once I start. If I continue to say that it's not mine, and one day I will have a house that I actually buy. So anyway, so excuse me, my hair looks a hot mess, don't it? Y'all, she thinks like I could not go. I could not get on live, and I'm going to be able to go live so much more often now that I moved out. But, you know, we just got here. We only been here like 2 weeks, so, you know, give me a little time to get settled in and stuff. So, excuse me. So, I explained in one of my videos why I always call for while doing my readings, and when I press record now. So really, I just had to pause it then, because it's like, look up ascension symptoms, okay? Like, I have sinuses and all that, and I have different things going on within my environment, but it's funny how the universe uses certain things to show you stuff to wake you up. So look up ascension symptoms. If you guys haven't heard of that before, let me get on the subject. So, but yeah, just have patience with me, because like I might be coughing and stuff. So my mother, she wouldn't let me, like, you guys didn't know, I don't know if you guys knew or not, but like I would get so many interruptions in my readings. Like, she would just holler sometimes, and I can't believe I'm telling y'all this. I think you guys kind of knew or figured it out. But I will always tell you guys, like, there's just like so many negative energies around, and like she will always find like opportunity, I guess, for her to just like scream and holler while I was doing my readings. And I would try to do my readings when I felt like no one was there and people were just walking in, like when I'm thinking nobody's coming in, or when I'm thinking everybody's asleep, they'll wake up. And sometimes, like, if she knew I was doing a reading, like, she'll just find some type of reason to, like, scream or holler or something like that for no reason, not even at me. And then, like, I couldn't go in the living room where I actually like to be, because I like the clear table. For some reason, I liked it. I like doing readings, like, on that table. She wouldn't really, like, let me get there. And every time I was there, I think the last time I was on that table was, like, the Easter reading I did, the Star reading that I did. And she don't like me being in there because she felt like I was just bringing all my development there. So my mother wants me to get like a real job, and she thinks the reason why I don't have a real job because I am lazy. And I've worked since I was 18 years old. When I got pregnant with my son, I stopped working at the age of 32. Um, from the age of when I was very young, me and my twin sister, we used to like start out. We used to have our own businesses, and um, I remember when we would always just make up things to do, to sell, and things like that. We were very creative, so you know, uh, we're number 3 life paths, and so I'm gonna try to hurry up and get to my point, but I need to say all of this. So I remember when we got 16 years old, and my sister, I didn't know how to drive. I didn't start driving until I was 23. So, but my sister, she, already knew how to drive. She went ahead and got her a car. She got a job. My younger sister, she started to work with her. She was like 4 years younger than us, but she started to work with her because she started to work at a country club. And I thought it was the dumbest thing in the world. I was like, why are you working for? I didn't have no knowledge back then, but of like what I have now. But I just remember like telling them, like, I just thought that was so dumb. But that time, couldn't nobody tell me nothing. Like, I've always been like that. Couldn't nobody tell me nothing. But I didn't have like any reason to back it up. I just thought that was so dumb, like to work for people. Then I got pregnant when I was 17 with my son Khalil, who's not 18. He's gonna be 19 in like a couple of weeks. So then it's like reality hit me, and I started to work. And my first job was at Wendy's. I think my second job was McDonald's. I think after that I worked at Waffle House. Was my longest job. I worked there for like 2 years or whatever, from 9 to 7 in the morning. I remember working at Waffle House for like a year. I worked at McDonald's like a year, and I just hated it so much. I always felt in me like I wasn't meant to work for other people. It's just how I felt. And I just hated working so much, and I had so many jobs. And like after Waffle House, I know I worked at IHOP for a while. I started doing daycare, and I really loved doing daycare. I worked at so many daycares. Like, they have this thing where you can like, what's it called? You guys know what it's called when you when they send you from one daycare to another one. I forgot what it's called, but before I did that, like I was actually hired on to be like an actual teacher at certain daycares. I wasn't doing was it floating? I wasn't doing that at first. I was actually like a daycare teacher several ones, but I was telling my son all the jobs that I worked one day, and I think we counted it was something teen, like it was something in teens, like 16, 17 different jobs that I've had throughout my whole life. All of them I quit some kind of way. I've been fired from one job. I just know I've been fired from one job because I don't even know which one it was, but I just know I've been fired. Yeah. So I just put on these press-ons. They're not painted yet, and I haven't did the side yet. So my mama, but even after I've always had all those jobs, my mama just feels like I've always been like this. She just thinks I'm lazy, and it doesn't help when you're a Taurus and you actually come off lazy. No, I come off lazy. But if you do your research, Tauruses are actually one of the hardest workers in the zodiac. Like, you get a Taurus working, they will not stop. And I do that, okay? I do that with my readings and everything. Like, so, fast forward, I got to a place in my life where Yahweh was not giving me jobs anymore. The universe basically took them away from me. I would hear, go to this place, they're hiring on the spot. When I would get there, like they'll literally hire the person in front of me, but like no. I went to group jobs before where they hired basically everybody in the group except for me. I went to, I would go like work fairs and stuff like that. And people be like, go this time to this time. And when I get up there, the place was closed. Like, before I got there, the place was closed. I mean, when I got there, the place was closed. Like, it closed earlier. I remember one time where I talked to a girl. She was like, sure, yeah, I hire you. I never talked to that lady again. I don't know what happened. I blowed her up. It became apparent that I was being blocked from jobs. And from over the years, I wanted to work so bad, like, because I didn't have the faith to sustain me, That's what this video is about. And I still don't sometimes. And it probably comes once every year. I ask Yahweh. And you guys know I say Yahweh. You can say the universe because that's combined of like your spiritual team. I would ask them to give me a job every year. Can I get a job? And every time I would try to seek a job, something would happen, and I gave up. And I started to actually hear. When I started to actually strengthen my gifts and stuff, I started to actually hear. They would actually show me what a 9-to-5 did, and I know what a 9-to-5 does to you. You guys can even look that up for yourselves, and it just made so much sense to me. And the fact that it just takes up so much of your time, and I'm a light worker, and you're light workers. That's your job. That's what you're supposed to do. What prompted this video, because I just heard a lady say, and how I got on that video, I don't know. But this latest, it was like titled, How to Choose a Good Psychic. I wanted to actually do a video about that. So that's why I clicked on it, to see her views on it, I guess. I usually don't even do stuff like that. I usually just tell my own views, but I do like to hear other people's views and stuff. Had no idea she was going to say what she said. The first thing she said was, you should find someone who has a regular career, and this is not their sole thing to do, like their sole way of making money. And this is my sole way of making money. She was like, because then they won't just be giving you, you can get an accurate reading because they don't have that financial strain on them. And I was like, what? And I commented and I told her, because I don't like to comment on like a lot of people's stuff. I don't like to comment on. I like to judge them for their answers, but some stuff I have to, because I feel like that is my job as a light worker, and they comment on my stuff when I'm wrong or when they feel like I'm wrong. So you have to get what we used to call rebuked when I was in the Christian faith. So still means the same thing. Everyone has to get rebuked sometimes, and the light worker is supposed to tell you that. And what we used to be taught in the church, the prophets were the ones to rebuke people, which would be a psychic, or a seer. I don't really like the word psychic. I tell you guys that all the time. I do like seer. I like the word oracle. For some reason, I just like when they say soothsayer. My baby, she's asleep right there. So, but the term psychic, I don't really like it, but yeah. But to each his own. One thing I've come to understand is that this is my job, and I told the lady too, like, that sounds like something my mother would say. You should get a real job. It sounds like something a lot of people would say. You should get a real job. Every now and then, I have people who are, I say semi-close to me, the ones who are really close to me understand. but I have people that are close to me that I would think understand. Every now and then they don't even understand, and they say stuff like, why don't you work here or work there? And I have to, like my son, he says that a lot. it's 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 actually very frustrating. I have to dance around that so much because people do not understand why you can't work, because it's just like, when you are chosen by the universe to be a light worker, that is your job. There is no other job. There is no regular job. And as I was telling her that, I was talking to myself. Like I said, I get the feeling like that sometimes when money is not rolling in like I wanted to. But when you are a light worker, the way you get paid, you get paid from the universe. And what she said about not getting an accurate reading because of the financial strain, but I was like, what, honey? Like, when I'm doing a personal reading, the money is not on my mind. It's nowhere near it. I don't know if I ever did a personal reading where the money has been on my mind. Right after I said that, I remember. So the thing is, when you're checking the time to see how long somebody has to be on with you, and the person wants to continue to go, the only thing I'm thinking is, okay, keep going, because the money just gonna roll up, Now I do think like that sometimes when someone wants to continue to go, and then sometimes they're thinking they're inconveniencing you, and they're never inconveniencing me, and because I'm like, shoot, I can, if for one, like I said, I'm just not thinking about the money. I'm not thinking about the money. But if the money comes on my mind, it's because someone is saying something like, oh, I'm sorry that I'm, staying so long on the phone or something like that. And I'm like, no, because the money just gonna keep going up and going up. And sometimes I tell them that, and then they laugh. But I'm so considerate when people like, don't let me go past 10 minutes. Don't let me go past 20 minutes. When people say stuff like that, I'm going to cut it off. Like, I don't care at all. But the thing is, a lot of times people say, don't let me go by 20 minutes. Don't let me go past 20 minutes. And I ignore it. And I go 30 minutes and still charge them 20 minutes worth, because that's what they asked for. Because at the end of the day, I have to do my light work. And I have to treat this as my job, like I would do anything else. Because if I get fired, excuse me, if I get fired from this, I'm not an emotional person. You guys who have been seeing my readings would definitely know I am not an emotional person. I'm just looking at my baby right now. Hold on. Y'all, if I get fired from this, if you get fired from your light work, like I said, I'm not even an emotional person, but and then the spirits still don't let you do anything else, but just know that I just want to encourage people. Like, I heard a lady say, and this lady is like, to me, she's real successful in what she does. And she says, when you are a light worker, you realize that you don't have much need for money. And I agree. Sometimes, the universe will, give us trials and tests, and make us see that, like, you have to just depend on us, because when you're a light worker, and if you're not a light worker, then you're not. But when you're a light worker, that's your responsibility is to be a light to others. You have to shed light on things that need light shed on it, basically, in whatever you do. And the universe pays you, okay? The universe gifts you for doing stuff like that. And there's no better payment, no better gifts than what the universe gives you. You have to remember that man is not your source when you are a light worker. And when you're a light worker, you don't think about, I really didn't like when she said that. She was like, you should find somebody with a regular job. And I'm like, well, do you really take what you're doing seriously? Because you actually have people's lives in your hand. and you call what you're doing not a regular job. What? It is a regular job. You know, it's what you're supposed to, it's more important than a lot of other jobs. Whenever someone calls you with their life, take it very seriously. I have like 1.5 thousand subscribers, and some of these people, and like Spirit tells me all the time, you're new to this. I'm raising you up the way I need to raise you up, when I want to raise you up, you know, because like who can handle when someone has 9,000 subscribers? Can I handle that? If he haven't gave it to me yet, I probably can't. No, I'm not all consistent with the videos I got. So can I handle, you know, 200,000 subscribers right now? You know, I have to get to that level, and he gave me 1.5 thousand, and I mean, like, that's more than the average church, the average, the average church congregation, right? That I never thought that I would get, and I am so humbled by that. Cause sometimes, like, most people on average watch my videos no more than 200 on an average, and then, you know, it goes up every day, but usually I see like around 100 or 200 something within the next, within, you know, the first couple of days or something like that. You know, some even less than that. Some actually get way up to the thousands. So if they do that, look how much of responsibility I have on me. So why wouldn't you see that as a, you know, like, regular job? You know, like, how I mean, like, what you mean, you know? Why wouldn't you see that as something important? It's like you're belittling your light work, what you have to do, when you don't see it as, when you see it as something that is not in the norm. Like, you don't see it as regular, you know. So, and maybe because you're looking at it like a lot of other people do, you're looking at it like it's not of the norm. It's something like just weird, or, you know, awkward or something like that, you know. So yeah, and then so the reason why, I mean, it's like, if the lady would have said like, this isn't a regular job, this is like, you know, extraordinary work, like, then she wouldn't have put it like, she would not have said like, they wouldn't be, you know, they wouldn't be bound limited by financial strain or something like that, because I can't quote her, but basically she said, you know, if they didn't have that financial responsibility on them, then they would be able to give you a better reading, what she said. Okay, so so I'm saying it would have been more positive than that, you know. But you have to realize that you're not looking at it, you know, you don't look at it like that. Or real psychics or real light workers are not looking at it like that. Like, I better give her a good reading or she's not gonna pay me good. No, you don't look at it like that. You don't even have money on your mind at all. I think if you are looking for how to pick a good psychic, you pick the one that resonates with you. If you go to anyone's pick a card reading, you can't really look at how many subscribers they have. They're probably just starting out. You can't look at, you know, if they're so popular, because then they might be so busy you can't get in touch with them. You know, you can't look at that. You have to look at who you resonate with. If you were on that reading and that reading spoke to your soul, to your spirit, you call that reader and you get a reading from that reader. Because for one, that reader has done that particular pick a card reading, so they probably can give you more insight on what was said, you know, or, you know, what was heard for your particular situation. That's it, and that's all. You know, sometimes, you know, you might not pick the right one. I've done that before, and I was like, oh, I think I want to pick, you know, this person right here, and then they end up not resonating with me, you know. But, and that's all well and good. That person probably just had a bad day. That's how I look at it. But you pick who resonates with you, and that's all. If the person feels honest, if they feel like they are legitimate, then you pick that person. And I always feels like, and like with that lady, gifts comes without repentance. So repentance meaning some people just have gifts. It don't even matter if they're a good or bad person or not. So, and they still might be able to give you a good reading. But I just say, if you want to know how to pick, then pick like the person who resonates with you. So that is all, y'all. I had to come on looking all crazy like I usually am when I think about stuff. Continue to come grow with me and subscribe. Bye.